baby, listen to the speaker. No matter what, just say the word. I'm loving all I see.
Pop, persuadable. Do you know how annoying it is to have to check the global chat before being able to post this video to make sure that there's nothing too inappropriate? The global chat is always a disaster, and I might as well tell people that the user Olivia the Great is looking for a boyfriend. So you are welcome, Olivia the Great. So this is legendary mode. Right now, I'm a top 40 hunter. I've only been in rank mode for like the past week or so, and I'm currently moving to Arizona, so I have very little time, but I've been trying to hit some of the rank modes. And these bozos ban photographer. So I was super bitter. I was upset. I was emotional. I listened to Celine Dion music and I cried myself to sleep. So what I did is I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose Gamekeeper. It was just one of those days. You ever have one of those days where you're just kind of like walking around and like things happen to you and you feel like a ping pong ball and you're just bouncing and you're numb and you don't care. Yeah, they banned photographer and it was just one of those days that I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care, Cynthia. I'm going to use Gamekeeper, and I've never met a Cynthia in my life, so I have no idea where that came from. So before this video starts, I do want to tell you something. Because I'm on the road and I don't have access to a computer, really, I am incapable of blocking these names out, and I feel really bad about that. Because up until now, I've done the best that I could to block names out. So I'm going to speak very highly about these players. DYC is one of the best forward players I've ever played against in 2 versus 8 the other day. He kicked my butt when I was a geisha. John is a good member in the Discord. As Mind's Eye, you're going to see him kite me for a little bit. He does a good job. So, yeah, the other 2 players I'm not too familiar with, but if I'm playing them and I'm a top, if this is legendary mode, they got to be relatively good. So, but anyways, yeah, so we're going to play a little bit of Gamekeeper. I knew that this person was going to go into the roller coaster. So my original plan was to go back to the roller coaster and kind of catch them off guard a little bit. But that doesn't really work out per se, just because I see the seer. And I don't really know where the perfumer was. I'm pretty sure the perfumer stayed up there. So I was like, all right, heck with it. I'm going to go after the seer. And, this could be a disaster depending on how good the seer is. And this is a relatively tough area. You can use some of these. But this is where he kind of, I kind of catch him off guard. I think it's right around here with the charged attack. And I don't think he remembers the Gamekeeper's charged attack, how long it takes. So I kind of got a little lucky probably with that hit. And I'm not going to lie, I forgot how long his charged attack takes. It is considerably longer than some of the other areas. But the seer does a good job. He's going to get this owl off at a really, really good time. And that really helps him out. See, so I hook him and he able to get that nice. So he should have been down right there if he was any other character. And I do know that some of the new survivors, they don't really agree with my stance, but this is why I think season 1 was the best, just because you didn't have survivors who could absorb hits like this. Perfumer wasn't a thing, seer wasn't a thing. And so as a hunter player, it was much more enjoyable. When you lost, you actually lost to people who use thief and magician, who actually use like characters that didn't just absorb hits out of nowhere. Yeah, so that's DYC. I saw him coming, and I hooked back and made him lose, or rather made him miss that stun. If I didn't look towards DYC's direction, I would have been stunned, and he would have got that stun. You can tell that he gets a lot of his stuns. I'm also a forward main. I'm sure DYC knows that, so that's the only reason why I was able to avoid that. He gets a really good rescue here. And he's going to get a nice little stun here. Not bad at all. Gives Seer time to look at me and charge up the owl. He knows that I'm not going to go for him. So that was a good move on the forwards part. But I want to kind of tunnel this Seer and really be able to get him. And you like that little ring attachment or whatever, the little thing on my hook. It's an attachment that I unlocked a long time ago. Okay, so I got to hit DYC because he's going to annoy the hell out of me. He's a good forward. And one of the mistakes that I made is that I didn't hit him earlier. All right, when he was going for the rescue, I missed a lot of those attacks. So he was at full health just a second ago. And if I were to hit him, he would have been a lot more careful. So he's a very good player. So we got the seer down. We got the forward down. I'm not going to really worry too much about the forward right now. I really need to secure my kill. I'm afraid to take that forward and put him on a chair because it's going to leave the seer wide open. And I have that earmark, so I'm going to do this. I should have full presence, so even if I didn't get the Terror Shock, that Perfumer would have been dead because once you have full presence, that hook is going to hit once. Now I'm going to leave her on the ground as well, and this is why. Forward comes up, he's going to charge, and he actually gets the stun. I'm surprised he got that stun. I tried to move out of the way, but that's something that you would expect out of a high-caliber player like that. Now, the only problem is that I know he's using too much of his football. He tried to get a long stun in the beginning of the match, and he missed it. He got that short stun. He missed that. He just got that other long stun. So he's running out of football for sure. Come out, boo! All right, so he's going to run over there. That's totally cool. I'm going to camp this spot.
Oh my God, Perslevel, you're camping, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to report you because you don't know how to play the game.
All right, so anyways, yeah, just figured I'd get that out of the way. I already know that there's going to be somebody on Facebook or YouTube. Why are you camping? Because I'm playing Gamekeeper. That's why. I'm even lucky I'm going to win this match. They have an interesting strategy, though, and that is that they're not even going to try to rescue the Perfumer. So they're just going to kind of accept the ability to potentially try to go in for the tie, which I find a very unique strategy. The forward's doing nothing wrong. He's already injured, etc. Probably take too long to get healed up to come anyways. Now, especially since I have my maximized presence, he'd probably die if I was able to at least get my hook. So they allow him to, or rather allow Perfumer to die. Right? In the arms of an angel. Okay, I'll never do that again. And now, here we go. Hey, John. First of all, John, I don't want you to ever stun me like that again. That upsets me. It makes me emotional. And now, I'm going to look for a coupon so I can buy 2-for-1 special on Kleenex from Walmart. Okay, so John does a really good job cutting me here. I do a piss poor job because instead of taking down the pallets like I should, I try to get fancy. I'm just avoiding the inevitable, and that's not good. So what I should have been doing is taking these pallets down, and I didn't. So now I'm just going to be wasting my time, and I'm surprised he ran this route. This is an awful route, but it works for him. It works for him. He gets back to the section, and now I'm going to try to hook him. And I missed. That's kind of as effective as what my game is at the bar trying to pick up women. I try, I do my best, I miss, and next thing I know, I'm hugging a tree. I don't know where this is going. But again, he's still wasting my time, still doing a good job. And there, what I tried to do is I wanted to quick hit my hook. Usually I click and drag, but what I tried to do there is just, tap it to see how fast I could get it out. And it didn't come out fast. Something that no girl has. Okay, so I'm going to eventually get John. I'm actually lucky that the dungeon wasn't over here. So that's a positive thing. That could have been a disaster. And I end up getting the victory here. But I really hope you guys liked the match. Thank you very much for supporting me. And hopefully I see you guys soon as I try to get to Arizona's permanent residence. Bye, guys.